What? because I'm trying to set it up right now. How'd you know that? Oh, nice. Ugh, shit, I need to get here because I need to switch to you now because you can get Kate on you now. Alright, well, let me find it again. Yeah. I just. What about the dog park? Go.
Hey guys, sorry about the interruptions. I should be back in like about 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes, and then we'll get this back online. The dog did something, and I don't know what it is, but my partner is working on it. I'll get back to you in about 10 minutes if that's good with you guys. I appreciate the support, and trying to bring you a little content tonight. It's been one of those rough days. Not smoking is not fun. You know, so with not smoking comes tons of eating and even rubbing it out a few times. But then you want to smoke right as soon as you're done rubbing one out or eating. So give me a few minutes. I'll get back to you guys and we'll take it from there. All right? Appreciate the support once again. Let's take 15 minutes max. All right? Have a great night. I'll talk to you in a few. Bye. Badger out. Hey guys, sorry about the interruptions. I will be back in like about 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes, and then we'll get this back online. I'll explain something, and I don't know what it is, but my partner is working on it. I'll get back to you in about 10 minutes. That's good with you guys. I appreciate the support, and trying to bring you a little content tonight. It's been one of those rough days. Not smoking is not fun. So with not smoking comes tons of eating, and even rubbing it out a few times. But then you want to smoke right as soon as you're done rubbing one out or eating. So give me a few minutes, I'll get back to you guys, and we'll take it from there. Alright? Appreciate the support once again. Let's take 15 minutes max. Alright? Have a great night. I'll talk to you in a few. Bye. Badger out.
That's too high, isn't it?
I think I can see it on the side. I might pull it up and see what it looks like. Sorry for smoking.
Maggie.
Look at the camera. Just if I can see you.
Can you guys see me out there in Never Never Land? 'Cause I can't see me. Can you guys see me out there? Can you guys see me out there in Never Never Land? 'Cause I can't see me. Crown Admirer just got home. Hey, Crown Admirer, how are you? Long day at work. So listen, as you guys probably know, my words will either attract a strong mind or offend a weak one, as I found out by all the trolls that have been on there. My words will either. So, day one of no smoking. Not cool. You know? So, day one of trying to get this technical figured out so we can get back to you. Alright. So day one of no smoking thus far has not been very pleasurable. I've eaten everything in sight. And I forgot after you eat you want to smoke. So then I would eat some more. And then I decided to rub one out. Rubbed one out and wanted to smoke right afterwards. So, you know, I wanted to let you guys know too, like, because what I have going on in my life right now is a little chaotic. I had to take one person at treatment today. I've been babysitting another person at they won't go to treatment, but they want to get clean. So I try and surround myself with people that are trying to push me to be better all the time, and that's sort of not what I've done today. I've been a little disconnected by being back in that circle of being helpful to the other people, but it's okay because my program is strong enough to where it makes me dig into my program that much harder, makes me know what, you know, to pay attention to. I get to see these people that are still miserable, still in their addiction. Everything is everyone else's friggin' fault. You know, it just drives me crazy, especially when it's always my fault, you know. What's not my fault, right? So, I wanted to say thank you, man. Thank you to a lot of you guys. We put up a PayPal thing because it's, you know, it's been breaking me a little bit, and you guys have sent little funds here and there, and I greatly appreciate that. I want you to know that the money that you have sent thus far has gone towards helping the program. You couldn't tell by tonight's little mishap, but that's our bad. So what I did today was I opened a P.O. box. Let me get it for you. I know it's going to be in the thumbnail, but and here, let me find it. So wanted to say thank you to Jessica Doucet up in Canada. Oh, sorry about the last name. My bad. I apologize, Jessica. So actually, I'm going to say thank you to a few people: Carl, Brandon, Jessica, Eric, and Kane. You know, you guys are helping me out big time by helping me do this, you know, and hopefully I could bring you guys better content down the road after we get some mics and some computers that work instead of those little $50 computers that we bought off the homeboy that we weren't sure if it worked in the first place. You know how the story goes. So, what was I looking for? Oh, so I'm looking for the P.O. box number to give you. And you know, send any suggestions for content, because like I said, I try and read the comments as much as I can and try and respond as much as I can, because you guys mean the world to me, and I appreciate you making me feel as if I mean the world to you. So still looking, guys. So it's going to be P.O. Box 10863, P.O. Box 10863, Canoga Park, California 91309. One more time. P.O. Box 10863, Canoga Park, California 91309. That's for Badgers Heavy Hitters. That's what the box is under. You know, send any ideas you have, whatever you need to do, and I'm going to try and get back to you as quickly as I can. You know, I work graveyards a lot, so I have some time on my hand to get at you. Another thing I wanted to bring up was, you guys are always saying, dude's coked out or fucking twacked out or whatever the case is. If you recall, I'm generally getting at you in the mornings. I take a blood pressure medication called, great, I just knew it. Clonidine. So it gives you that cotton mouth feelings. It's one of 5 blood pressure medications I take. You know, the only thing fake about me is the color of my beard. Yeah, I adjust for a minute. Okay, the world knows now, so I have no secrets. You know, so as far as the yay jokes, he's on yay or coked out or whatever, like, it was funny the first few times. I don't take offense to it because I would think the same thing, but Clonidine dries your mouth out, and I generally get at you guys as soon as I can in the morning because I love touching bases with you. I appreciate you all, and I know some of you look forward to hearing from me while you're at work or whatnot, and that means the world to me, man. You know, I wish the people that I'm trying to help felt the same. You know, like I said, I try and surround myself in a circle of people that are pushing each other. We all try and dream big. What do they say? Shoot for the moon even if you hit the curb. I try and shoot for the moon every day. Some days I hit the curb, you know, but what I don't do is hit the pookie, hit the spoon, except for eating today. That was no joke. I don't know, you know, like, I would rather keep pushing and fail that day than not push at all. You know, I noticed out here the respect level thing is really janky, man. You know, like, if I cut someone off and I go to apologize, that's when they get all crazy. They want to get busy, like, wow, throw me the bird and all this, you know, and then I want to pull them over and get in front of them and get out of the car, and all of a sudden they want to be like, bro. You know, you weren't broing 2 minutes ago when I was trying to apologize to you for something that I did. So it is one of the places that I need to work on myself a little more is in traffic. You know, it seems like I get in the car and the gods get out of the car. They are not there to support me in any way, shape, or form, especially when I got some of my tunes going. I still love, you know, Lemmy, yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the music bands I listen to, but let's just say I still like to get with the business. I just went and seen White Zombie and the fuck's his name? You know, he supposedly got a rib cut out so he could suck his own Peter. If he wants to suck a Peter that bad, Marilyn Manson, there you go. If he wants to suck a Peter that bad, all he's got to do is go to the county for 48 hours. I'm sure he could get the job done, you know? So, man, 7,000 viewers, 7,000 subs. That's not even viewers. I got the haters out there. So before the video usually even goes up, there's already 2 thumbs down, and then that's like, it's like those guys are sitting there waiting like this. I'm gonna thumbs down. There he is. Got him. You know, it's hilarious to me. Maybe our story isn't recognizable to you, man. Maybe it isn't funny to you. You know, it wasn't funny to us at the time when we was living it either, but it's funny when you tell it later to us if you're just as twisted off as us. You know, if you're a heavy hitter, then shit gets funny, you know. You may not have found it funny at the time, but stuff definitely gets funny.
We're going to be working with Yanni Christo also.
We're also going to be working with Yanni Christo. What we're doing with him,
in recovery right now?
I'm not sure. Oh, I guess he's in recovery, so I'll have to get to know his story a little bit and see where we're at with that. We got another Jim Trino episode getting ready to be dropped for you. It'll be Friday. So we did like I think a 3 or 4 part series on him. So we drop them, you know, we have to edit them and trying to get all that back down. I'm trying to get some pushing, saving, whatever, to get the little mics that you put on your pants, and they Bluetooth into the camera. That's the wording I'm looking for. They Bluetooth into the camera, so we don't have to worry about all the echoing. I could bring better sound quality, bring some laughs to you, maybe some tears to you. You know, some of you are feeling the pain, you know. I said it the other day, so I found out it was 78 people that OD'd. Not all 78 people died, but it was in Washington, D.C., right across from where the DEA office is. Is that crazy or what? You know? And then, once again, the numbers matched up. Don't ask me how, but magically, 78,000 people died last year. You know, I went to see a Guns N' Roses concert. There was 50,000 people in there. And I looked around and I thought, man, plus 28,000 people, because it only held 50,000 people. And I was like, man, 28,000 more than this died. 28,000 of my people died last year. You know, it was crazy, you know. Guys, let's love the ones that need help, you know, even if it does take us out of our element a little bit, because right now I'm a little out of my element sitting with somebody that, you know, I feel I owe because of all the hell that I put them through, and then when they reach to me, what am I supposed to do? I live by example. I don't come on here and talk about shit that I don't do. You know, like I said, the only thing fake about me is the color of my beard. You know, and that's because I haven't sat down and gotten accustomed to my age yet. So bear with me on that. I doubt if I ever will. I'm a little vain where that's concerned. You know, I gave you a little video as to why my beard is the way it is. For those of you that don't know, it forces me to look in the mirror on a daily basis, and I get to see who I'm becoming. And I don't want to see any moving backwards. I'll touch again for those that are just coming back on. For those of you that say that I'm loaded in the mornings or whatever, like, it's not funny anymore. So, because now you'll have the answer as to why I appear that way. I take a blood pressure medication called Clonidine, which gives you dry mouth. Hi, Maggie. Hi, beautiful puppy. So, fortunately, blood pressure meds and Motrin are all I take today. Look, if you know somebody that's doing opiates, man, help them out by talking to them. Give them a minute of your time. They're broken inside right now. They're so hurt at the world or at whatever. They've continuously hurt themselves. If you could just spend a minute, let them know there is a better way. You know, feel free to have them get at me. All addicts are my people, man. Alcoholics, there's no color lines. There's no nothing. No religious lines. No nothing. Please, get at me. Or get at somebody. You know, it doesn't have to be me, man. If you're from the Southern California area and you need help, get at me, because I deal with all the county facilities that I know of, you know. And then if you have a PPO insurance, we can run your benefits, and you want to spend time on the beach, I'll only send you to reputable places. I will not send you to places that I haven't been to and I don't know the program. I absolutely will not. I would much rather you go through somebody else, if you know, than go to a place that I don't know about. So, you know, I've seen hookers go in there and come out housewife material. So that's amazing, you know. And sometimes the seed gets planted while you're there. Sometimes people don't even want to be there. They're there for mom or dad, or their wife is about to leave them. And sometimes the seed gets planted. If we're blessed enough, the seed gets planted. And if we're able to touch one person, man, that may bring their family together, that person may touch many people. I don't know. You know, these are my hopes. So on a daily basis, I ask the gods to relieve me of the bondage of self. But the only reason I know they're willing to do that is because I'm willing. I want my relief given to me so that I could help another alcoholic, addict, and just society in general. You know, like I said, the only place that I really J-cat up a little bit is in traffic. You know, you can see all come out of me right then if things don't go right. Especially if I try to apologize. You mean like, hey, my bad, my bad. As soon as I do that, it seems like everybody wants to become a tough guy. You know, and like I said, I'm not a tough guy, but I can only take so much of disrespect out here. You know, it's crazy the disrespect that goes on out here. People look at me weird when I only got a few items, but I'll let the elderly take her entire shopping cart in front of me because she looks tired. I have no problem doing that. I'm not in no rush, man. And I've often felt like, because I would leave the store and see an accident happen right after I left the store, and I thought, man, if I had hurried that up, that could have been me. You know, if you go on Instagram, there's a site called California Motorcyclists Down, and all the candles that are on there, man, it's just horrific. And I have a handsome son that I love very much, who unfortunately has followed dad in the path of we'll say heroin addiction. You know, that he's a heroin addict. I'm a recovering heroin addict, and today I'm a recovered heroin addict. So, but he also rides a motorcycle, so like sometimes in the morning, that's the first thing I wake up to, is the fear of my son, for several reasons: motorcycle riding, heroin addiction, you know, like. And keep in mind, he had all these stepdaddies before dad was even around. So, you know, birds of a feather flock together. Way back when, I was not running a right circle. I wanted to be in the cool car, and a cool car generally crashes with the most bodies in it, you know. I'd rather be alone today than have a bunch of jackasses around me that I don't trust. Fake fucks. Sorry about the language. But I'd rather be alone than be around a bunch of fake fucks, you know. If somebody's talking janky to me, about me to you, odds are they're doing the same about you to me. And I know when somebody's talking like that, I generally just be like, man, I don't want to cut this dude out. You know, I don't want any part of what they got going on, because I don't need all the drama. I can get out of my head and get disconnected just as easily by driving on the 405 or the 118 or the 210, to the 10, you know, any of those freeways, the 605, whatever. They can have me out of my element, man. By the way, what's up, Instagram, Out of My Element? Love the pictures. I wish you would send me some hard pictures to the new P.O. box that I gave you. For those of you that are just tuning in, once again, thank you for the little donations you guys have been sending. It all helps right now. I'm so grateful for it. I was able to go down and pay for a P.O. box today so that I can get suggestions, recommendations. You know, it's my hopes to one day finance and do a show on a homeless person or somebody just getting out of the joint, somebody deserving, you know, not that they're not all deserving, but when I say deserving, somebody that's willing to go that extra mile to get right because they've lived in hell long enough to where they've considered, taking their life or changing their life. I want to follow them. I want to bring them in. I want to put them through treatment. I want to take, pay for their bed at one of the many reputable sober livings that I know. I hate the facilities that are open just for money, man. It's crazy, and it's been ruined. People have come out from the East Coast and come out here and just been ruined by going to the wrong facilities. Here, I hear Florida's really bad with it. So, it's nice to investigate, and I do the investigating for you, but I fully support anybody investigating any place that I would send them to, just because, sometimes they're not the most beautiful and luxurious places. That's because the places I send you to are serious about trying to get you into recovery and get you recovered so that you can get your family back, so that you can get a California driver's license or whatever state driver's license you're from back. I remember coming into the rooms, what a huge thing getting a driver's license is. You'll always hear us clap for the guy who just got the driver's license. You know why? Because we've all been there. So I got some really good stories to tell you guys. Recovery from when I first came out of prison, and then came into recovery. Just getting into recovery, I had to get permission. Believe that or not, I had to get permission to come in there and hold hands with whoever I was going to hold hands with, and I got that permission because of all the work that I put on the inside. I asked to walk away from what was going on and all this shit so that I could become a father, and I got their full support on that. Because that's what we sit in prison and talk about. I want to be a good dad. I want to be a good boyfriend. All them letters you guys get that we're let down on, we meant every word of that when we wrote those, And then after so long in there, you just don't get mail from anyone, ever. I remember being so fucking lonely in there that I was willing to write the homosexual who was down the tier and hopefully get a letter back. I just didn't want anyone seeing the postman bringing it to me, so that's why I never did write them. Just kidding. But yeah, man, it's been pretty friggin' lonely in there, So 2301, I know a little bit about that, and I'm not talking the show, and it's from one cage to another. I don't know if you guys know this, but in the SHU, it's cages made of chain link fence. It's a cell. It's basically a cell, 6x9 cell, where you cuff up, go out there in that hot ass motherfucker sun and get your head sunburnt till it's purple. We like to say murple. Let me get some of that grape drink. So that's my nugget after a few hours in that sun. It's only supposed to be an hour, but if you piss these COs off, man, they'll just leave you out there to bake. In sunshine California that I'm always bragging about, that shit can get pretty hot on your nugget, and especially when you've been sitting in that little box and you milky white. Even the brothers are milky white. They've been back there so long. So go out into that sun and just bake your ass off. And it's a little cell, it's a 6x9 cell with a little toilet in there that's got a little sink in there, and that's it. You get guffed up, And there ain't no cell soldiering going on out there when you're looking at your opponent. I keep getting asked questions about the movie Shot Caller. I haven't watched it, guys. I haven't watched it. I don't watch that kind of shit. I suppose I will watch it since I was around for the real story, and I'll see how accurate it is. I figure it's never accurate. Never accurate, I don't know if you guys have heard of the Onion Field Killers. I was with them at Tracy. I've seen a lot of characters that we hear and talk about out here that are legends of the sickest kind, I don't know. I appreciate you guys tuning in once again. I got people from Finland hitting me up. What's up, Finland? Taiwan. So England, the Aussies, you guys are big followers. Thank you. I appreciate your support over there. Down under. So I'm sure I didn't say that right. Generally never do. But life's good today. As messed up as it's been, life is good today. You know, today has been a rough day for me. I've had a lot of so I have trouble with emotions. You know, like my emotions are generally I'm hungry, I'm horny, I'm tired, I'm angry. You know, those are the 4 emotions that I tend to deal with. And seeing the ones that I care about hurt, it creates something right here. Can you guys see? So it creates something right here in me that doesn't feel nice, you know. And since everything is everybody else's fault all the time, with the alcoholic addict who's still, you know, suffering, it's a little hard to be around him. You know, like if you hadn't, it's your fault. You know what I mean? I'm just like, man, this is too much, you know, because I start to believe it after a minute that it's my fault that they're feeling what they're feeling that particular day. And there's no way there's any truth to that, but you hear it enough times throughout the day, you actually start to believe it. I'm sure they believe it when they're in their addiction, you know. And all I'm trying to do is be there for them. I have no secret motives. I'm not trying to get in anybody's panties or anything along those lines. You know, I'm just trying to be kind and loving and respectful to people that have been there for me in the past. I don't want to turn my back on people, and I would rather not have anybody in my life if that's how it's going to be going all the time. And I know that's not how it's going because I have a family of understanding. I was going to post a video the other day saying I might be single, but I got family, and I filmed all the kids playing at the park, and you know, there's probably about 2 gallons of Higgins there, all this ink on every, you know, a whole bunch of people. And you know, it's funny, I'm sure that those sitting on the sidelines would be like, man, let's not go over there, they look scary, you know. And there was people from every culture, every race at our little barbecue, and I'm sure we just looked like a crowd that you wouldn't want to walk up into. But we were the ones who went and told the kids that were having birthday parties that didn't have jumpers, hey, why don't you guys come enjoy this, you know? And then the parents would yuck it up with us, and they're like, I'm sure they were probably still on guard, right? I know I would be, but I'm sure their guard started coming down. I've seen that. We're just, man, average people, you know, trying to chill, who happen to have made some mistakes in the past, and we pulled it together, man. You know, we're doing for our kids. Well, I don't have, my kids are grown, you know, but I get to show up for situations like that, and I love it. You know, I love it. I love how the people that I surround myself with today are so open to just about anything that makes sense. You know, if there's problems involved in it, we don't really want it. I always tell my sponsees, you know, you could bring me some background, but if you ain't bringing me solution to the problem you're bringing me, I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear the problem, man, because I try and live in the solution. And if you don't have a solution, I'll have one for you. You know, because I don't want somebody vomiting all the BS on me that they're going through. I just need to know a quick little background, and what do we do to not have that going on anymore? You know what I mean? And that's how I try and live today. You know, so I think I've touched on quite a bit of stuff. I just wanted to touch in and let you guys know about the P.O. Box, and that, you know, I love being able to do this with you guys, but I also have a lot of things going on, and I invested some of this and that in lower grade material to begin with, you know, because I'm just piecing together what I could for you guys. I appreciated your following on Fresh Out. Shout out to Fresh Out. You know, keep supporting that channel. You know, they're great. They're very knowledgeable on things. I love everybody that's involved in that program. You know, me and Herc are tight, and I'm not going to put any names out there, but me and the other boy are tight. You know, we talk all the time. And I appreciate them. I really do. I appreciate them making it capable for me to bring the word of positivity to my people out there. Maybe some insight as to, you know, just so everybody knows too. What I'm about to tell you is the truth. Okay? They have non-Narcan resistant heroin out there now. Guys, the next shot could be the last one. I know I have a bunch of opiate addicts watching this too. The next shot could be the last one, man. You say you have no faith, you know, like, that is so not the case. You have faith that whatever they bring you in that little balloon is going to make you change how you feel. Badger's here to tell you that if you have some faith that what we do can change your life, change your views on society, change society's views on you, you know, damn, I need a cigarette. Anyway, that's what could happen, man. You have faith enough to know that whatever that little black stuff is in that baggie, or whatever that little white stuff is in that baggie, is going to change how you feel. Just know that so has come to the rooms of a family of your understanding. You're not going to know what those feelings are always either. You know, when someone's kind to you, you know, you're suspicious of them in the beginning. Like, I'm still suspicious of those that are kind to me in the rooms. You know, until I get to know their character. I watch behaviors. I'm a perfect people watcher. I got tons of experience. I can monitor a situation pretty damn quickly. And I know if it's a good situation to be in. And sometimes I just have to say, hey, we need a bounce. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing happened, but we need to bounce because my intuition's telling me that things aren't going to be good. And that's usually the case, you know. Not wrong very often, you know. A fake smile is never going to fool me. You know, I know those fake smiles well because I've been told many a times, oh, don't trip about it, everything's good, you know. How come everyone's still walking around with their boots on then, if everything's so damn good, you know? So, it's just a different language out here as far as the body goes. They may not be wearing boots, but their body language says it all. Like I said, I've learned to watch people. How come I can't see their comments on here now? I just want to say hi to a few people, maybe answer a few comments. So, trying to get you guys up so I can see your comments. I quit smoking cold turkey. Yeah, me too. Not digging it. Speaking on psychology of the male psych, I take Valium for anxiety. Benzos can't go without it. Well, you might be able to go without it. Just try CBD. You know, I'm not your doctor. I'm not going to tell you what you do and don't need, my boy. You know, hey Badger, you can't change people who don't want to. That's correct. You cannot change people. It was hard enough to change myself, let alone for me to change someone. You're absolutely right there. Jorle, Baja, that's got to be Danny. It sure is. All right. Yeah, you can't stop one from one day to another. Yeah, you can't just quit anything. You're right there, Mac Daddy. You can't just quit anything. You have to do a taper. Well, you can just quit anything. I did. You know, but you have to do a taper, and even with a taper, you're still going to experience some anxiety. This too shall pass. What's up, Tucson, Arizona? Little spooky crew. All right. Sutton. So, 91. Yeah, not such a great year. Why we use heroin? Sickness or society's sickness or ours? Yeah, I believe a little bit of both come into play on that. Why do we use heroin? Society's sickness or ours? You know, there's a little bit of both. Some people want to belong to something so bad that they hang out with the wrong crowd, and that crowd, they're so broken inside too that they're trying to fill a spiritual void, is my belief today. They're trying to fill a spiritual void with a narcotic, and generally it will do it until you're bankrupt once again, you know. Is taking Vicodin once in a while a bad thing? Well, I can't take Vicodin at all. I'm allergic to opiates. I break out in handcuffs. Hang on, the computer's going round and round, so I don't know what that means. It's refreshing. Oh, it's just
Fucking internet. So.
friggin' internet slow. So if you can still hear me, bear with me for another minute. Got my technical advisor over here. Couldn't be doing this without him. So everyone, throw him a big thank you as well. We'll just stick with the name technical advisor for right now. Right on YouTube. Good work. Huh?
You can open it on your phone.
Okay, well, I gotta open you on my phone and I don't have my glasses on, so okay, here we go again. As long as we stay once in a while. Yeah, no, Mac Daddy or whatever again, like, I suppose for the average individual that there is nothing wrong with it if they just do it once in a while. I'm that guy that does nothing once in a while. If I'm getting in trouble, I'm getting in trouble all the time. If I'm using drugs all the time. If I'm beating guts, I'm beating guts all day. You know, like I'm one of those guys who does everything to the fullest. And for that, I've been fortunate and misfortunate. The only place I've been fortunate is where I'm at in my life today. Because I fucking charged this shit today. Let's see. I really... Shit. Smash that like, son. Right? Word up. Thanks, technical advisor. There you go. You got some things going on. How do I get in contact with you? I haven't seen you in 20 years. Bro, right? So, to get in contact with me, we can Instagram to begin with, Badger1488, and I'll have to remember who you are, you know, and then we'll go from there. So, guys, life's good. Treat it that way. Even when you're not getting what you want back, you know, that's once again being selfish, wanting to get something back. Can they still see me or are they just hearing me? So, because I put shit out there all day and don't get it back. You know, I'll hold the door open for people anywhere I go because that's just how I want to be today. I try and treat the next man how I want to be treated, although I know it's never going to happen. You know, if one of us does it, nothing's going to happen. If all of us do it, it could become such a better place to live in. You know, it could become such a better place to live in. So I do like, hey, I'm creative to be a troll, right? Thank you there, wet corn dogs. Frig them trolls, you know. I didn't see what he said, but who cares? You had him for me. You got my back there, dog. I appreciate that. So just the word troll threw me off. As I was saying, you know, like I try and be 100% full-fledged in my recovery, the person that I should have been a long time ago, you know. And I tell you guys all the time, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. And that's, I don't want anyone thinking that I knock religion. It even says in our book, don't be quick to judge the religious man, you know. No video. Phone check on me. Just hear. Oh, you're just hearing? Now can you see me?
No, they need to go to that younow.com to see the video.
Oh, so you got to go to younow.com to see the video, I guess. I'm sorry, guys. We're trying to get all this figured out. As I said, go to what?
YouNow.
You got to go to younow.com.
Yeah.
.com to see the video. I mean, it's just my ugly mug anyway, you know. So, I was reading somebody was banging on them trolls for me. I appreciate that. You know, you guys tell me don't feed the trolls all the time, and they're just broken, man. I get it now. You know, they're never gonna be happy with anyone else because they can't be happy with themselves. You know, I just have to step over them as if they were just another body on the yard. You know, that's exactly how I feel about them trolls now. I just don't like when they talk to you, my friends out there, in any way. It's when you guys are getting in conflict with them trolls that I get upset. Not with the shit they say about me. That's funny. It's usually, you know, a PC talking from behind a PC, you know, so I don't even trip on it. It's just when they talk smack to you guys, you know, that's what bugs me out. And it's a beautiful night out here, you guys, and it's even better to have all you guys to reach out and talk to. You know, I hope there's some way I can read some of these comments when we're done, because I can't see them right now, or else I'd be trying to answer your questions. It does get a little confusing, and I do get off subject when I'm doing that, so with that I apologize. You guys are always telling me I don't need to apologize, you know, and I appreciate that. So, you know, they say sorry's a sorry word for a sorry motherfucker, and, you know, that's why I try and apologize. So, because I want to bring you the best content I can bring you. I've watched some of these other shows. Some of their voices drive me nuts, you know. Some of their content drives me batshit crazy, you know. As you know, my channel's not just about prison, man. I mean, it happens to be part of a lot of our stories, but it's about homelessness. It's about, you know, I got some people lined up that have been human trafficked, you know. Just the brutal streets of Los Angeles, man, is no game. And if you're from another state, and you're thinking about coming out to Hollywood, making it, you know, you might want to make it first, then come to Hollywood, because those are the bodies that get ate up out here. They're vicious out here. They'll eat you up, you know, and it's usually done with a smile. You know, crocodile tears and crocodile smiles. So don't think the grass is always greener somewhere else, because wherever you are, you gotta hustle, you gotta grind, and you gotta keep pushing. It doesn't matter where you are. And if you're gonna do it here in Southern California, you gotta hustle 5 times as hard, grind 10 times as hard, you know what I mean? And keep pushing every moment of every day, because it costs a lot out here. You know, get a U-Haul to go out of state doesn't cost hardly shit, but to get a U-Haul to move into the state of California, good God, you know. So I want to also say, I get this all the time, get a better camera, get this, get that, you know what I mean? Like, use that money YouTube's paid. YouTube's not doing us anything. Everything we do comes out of our pocket to try and bring you the best content we can. That's why your little donations are it meant the world to me. I think it was $3.78 donation. That was so beautiful to me, to know that this guy's probably broke as hell too, and he sent me $3.78. Man, that meant the world to me, you know. Not that $1 million donation wouldn't, but what do I need $1 million to bring you some content for? I don't need $1 million for how I live either. So I'm obviously going to keep pushing, but everything I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be trying to do to better the show for you. Hopefully one day it'll be the content is all you're worried about, not so much the viewing pleasures, you know. I'm looking forward to getting a couple computers. We're looking forward to getting the cameras and the little scopes and then the Bluetooth. So all this has been on our list. It's just, you know, we're a couple of guys just trying to push in life, and the beautiful part about it is I think we're in 42 different countries, and I get to bring them a little meeting here and there, and some laughs as to how the American jackass is doing it when he's jackassing, you know, because we're known to do that. So I appreciate Jim Trino's story so much. You know, I've heard his story a million times. Let us not forget G's story. It was just, you know, and for all the ones that decided to troll, just keep in mind, man, I don't see you posting any video or trying to bring any good to the world at all. You know, you're living in your mom's basement, PC'd up behind a PC, gang banging on people that are just trying to bring some positive word out to somebody, and it eats you up so bad that everybody's doing something better than you, that you just got to lash out with some negative words. You know, I'm looking forward to saving all those letters that come to the P.O. box, all the negative ones, and then once a year I'll burn them right here on YouTube with you. You know, for all my true fans, are true supporters, and I'm your fan too, just so you guys know. I want you to know that, you know. I get people sending me pictures from other countries. It just does it for me, you know. I'm like, man, I can't even ever get a passport. So I do appreciate the things that you guys send me. What was I looking for right now? I don't know if you guys could see it. Can you see it? It says, "Hi, I'm the guy that talks shit online." Ha! That's exactly how I picture you too, you know. So, like I said, we're just a couple of guys, and same thing with the people, my guests. We're just a couple of ordinary guys who turned our shit around. And not only that we turned that around, we've turned this around, man. The thinking, you know, that's the important part. We're free. We're free inside. We're free. I'm not in any prison today because I know a lot of you guys are stuck in a prison of your own making out here. And I feel for you. You know, that's why I say the whole world should work steps just to have a design for living. Alcoholic, non-alcoholic, you know, a lot of us weren't grown up with the instruction guide on how to live. You know, and I don't do the whole religion of the masses thing, but I did definitely need to find a higher power that would work for me, that was kind, loving, and understanding, you know, and it's taught me to be kind, loving, and understanding. And I use everybody in the rooms and in society as a tool these days. You know, I'm either going to say, hey, I like how that person behaves, that's attractive, you know, or I'm going to look at the troll and go, man, that don't look good, and I bet you it don't feel good to be that broken and hurt that I'm going to lash out at everyone. So, with all this said, I hope I brought you a little form of entertainment. Like I said, Jim Trino's coming out. How'd that show go? I'll suck your dick for a cheeseburger. That's exactly how I feel about a cigarette right now. So, don't say you got to smoke for me either. So, hey, Trolls, did you used to blow bubbles as a kid? Because I seen him on the 3-yard and he told me to tell you to get your ass over there. With that said, you guys have a great night, alright? I gotta take a leak. Don't forget, Bubbles is missing you, Trolls. Oh, wait. Okay, one more time while I still have you on here. I'm going to throw out the P.O. box so that you can send any content recommendations. You know, it would be nice to get a following big enough to make some shirts. I got some sick ideas. You know, it'd be really nice to see somebody wearing my shirts. That would be so awesome, man. That would be so exciting. It would be such a god shot to me. You know, let me see, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? So, it's not in there. Bear with me. Sorry for using your last name earlier. Whoever you were. You know who you are. You got nothing but love and respect for you. So, if you're just tuning in and you got some content you want us to see, get at me at P.O. Box Badgers Heavy Hitters, okay? P.O. Box 10863, Canoga Park, California 91309. Also, if you or a loved one need treatment, get at me at badgersheavyhitters@gmail.com. I will do the best I can to get you guys in a reputable facility. And you know I'm only going to send you to a reputable place because you're going to respond on this, you know what I mean? And I know that I won't be able to please all of you. I know that. I figured that out just by the comments, you know. But if 3 in 300 or 3,000, it's not too bad, you know what I mean? I just know that that's 3 broken people out there that have nothing to bring to society, probably don't ever want to have anything to bring to society. So, badgersheavyhitters@gmail.com for treatment. Like I said, I got county facilities and I got some beautiful insurance facilities. Now our P.O. Box is P.O. Box Badgers Heavy Hitters, P.O. Box 10863, Canoga Park, California 91309. 3-row, 91309. And let me touch again. The reason that I do that in the mornings is because I take a blood pressure medication. I am not on any drugs. Caffeine and, I was going to say nicotine, but that's out the game right now, are the strongest drugs that I use. So Motrin and blood pressure medications are what I take, and unfortunately it gives me cotton mouth until I get used to it throughout the day. So hey, my people, thank you for tuning in. Be blessed, man. You know, treat people how you want to be treated. I'm going to say that on almost every message that I go live with, because I want you to sink into your head until that's what you start to do. Treat the next man, especially the guy you can't stand. You know, I have to read 417 through 420 when there's somebody that I just can't stomach on a regular basis. And I'll do that for 5 days thinking of that person. And at the end of that 5 days, I assure you, I'm no longer feeling what I was feeling towards them, you know, and therefore, I'm not going to let anybody rent space in my head for free. This shit is not free, you know. So, once again, you guys have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. We'll get you some content. You guys can shoot some, you know, what you'd like to hear on the show. Know that there's some details that I'll never go into, and there's some stories that I'll never put out there, but I will try and keep it as entertained as possible. I will try and help you help me, you know, like keep you entertained enough to where you tell the next guy who might want to tune in, you know. Got quite a few likes on the, you know, lies are like margarine, you know, fucking they spread real easy, but they're really bad for your heart, you know. And that's how I try and think on a regular basis, man. Don't get bite into all this bullshit. Who cares what they're talking about? If they're all fucking hen clackety clack over there, I don't want nothing to do with what they're talking about, you know. I want to help the new guy that just comes in. He's scared to death, and I walk up, an ugly motherfucker like me walks up and says, hey, what's up? I'm Badger. Welcome to the rooms. You know, welcome to your family of understanding. So it's a beautiful feeling, you know, as opposed to being over there and all that muster of fucking Bob's sleeping with Karen and Karen's brother found out. Who cares, man? Like, I don't care about any of all that drama, you know. I think that's about it for tonight, you guys. I gotta pee like a Russian racehorse, so I'm gonna take off, and you guys have a blessed night. Leave a comment if you can. Leave a comment on most, you know, videos. That way you can find out if I'm bringing you stuff that you're enjoying or if I'm not. You know, 'cause I definitely want to keep it on the I am. All right. With all that said, we're gonna have the technical advisor kill the cameras. I'm gonna go take a leak. Hopefully you get some shut off correctly this time. Peace out, guys.
Zip code. What's the zip code?
91309.
Again,
Zip code 91309. Zip code of Canoga Park 91309. All right, so let's do it one more time. The whole thing. Badgers Heavy Hitters, P.O. Box 10863, Canoga Park, California 91309. All right, love and respect. Oh, I gotta pee. it off? Huh?
It is now.
Good. It's been really good today, but
Yeah, it's hard.
I thought it was going to be a one-time shot. But the camera's turned, full, it's turned